Yeah, yeah, maybe we should lock it just in case something.
I did.
Oh, you did? Yeah, nice. And let us went, as my grandpa would say. We're off to see the wizard, wonderful Wizard of Oz, as he'd always say. I like these excavators, they're always a fun thing. First one I ever played with was either in this park over there, and the wood chips, or there's one in the park at Kuruwatha.
Yeah, the girls before.
Yeah, no, they're good fun. There used to be a play equipment made like a train there, and I took a photo of it once and said Dad and Richard were sick of me posting everything they said on Facebook, so they have to ride that train home. And people thought it was funny. Deputy Mayor thought it was funny. That's cool. Yeah, they got one of those wheelchair accessible swings. There's more and more of those, it's really good. Oh yeah, I think those catalogues are the only, I'd say Missy, oh not Missy, Trays would be right. And they seem pretty well behaved. This mouse house, we got one in Cara now. They barely got healed, but for years this was the only one for a long way around. And like there's a whole like rite of passage when you're in the 20s, you come over and played in that mouse house. Yeah, because there's nothing like that anywhere else. Yeah, so that little jetty I think's where we fish off. If the water's high enough. Oh, another doggo. Back ones. Yeah, it depends if you think trays will be right. Yeah. 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 Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. We'll let them make their way through and see where they go. Yeah, wait for a second.
Oh, chasing the duck.
friendly, but enthusiastic doggos. You always wonder what Bobby would do with ducks, and Missy too. Oh, that's the fellow who was yelling earlier. I was wondering who was yelling. He's yelling to get his dogs back. Makes sense. Hey, Missy. Oh, you doing a shiver? That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, there's those other dogs over there. Yeah. Hey, little girl. Yeah. Obviously, lots of sheep and other livestock wrangling doggos. There's that amphitheatre I was saying about running a wrestling show in. That'd be perfect. If you hire it from the council or whatever. And so, or just have the council pay you to run it there so people come and watch. Hey, little girl. Oh, Kelpo. Yeah. Look, if we head over here though, that'll give him more of a straight run. I think he's getting a bit of training. I think they're only young'uns. He's doing a good job. They're listening to him. Kelpies, in my experience, are easier to train than border collies.
Yeah?
Yeah, like the reputation is border collies are the smarter, and they're both really smart, but they're more stubborn, whereas Kelpies are more happy to please and will do what they're told, whereas border collies want to do what they want to do. Very emotional, like Richie's dog Wilo. It's the most emotional dog I've ever known. Yeah, the fact that he howls and sings with enjoyment when he does a poo, so everyone knows. And he used to sing when he'd see the water tanks coming down, when he'd come down to visit Bobby, he'd go oh, and he'd sing with joy. He's a funny dog. One time he cried when I went home. It was so sad. He sat by the back door, tears coming out of his eyes, crying and whimpering. Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah. Yeah, this has got more water in than last night, so maybe it'll be even better fishing. As a little fountain of some sort. That'd be good because it'll be aerating the water. Yeah. Yes. Watch out for danger noodles, poison penises. That was a conversation we had at Seb's house once. Was various names we could call snakes that aren't too alarming for kids. And there's danger noodle that everyone knows. Poison penis, I don't know what else it was. No, I liked on Mighty Bush, like the zookeeper who doesn't know what the animals are called, calls him the windy man. You know, the long windy man. Long mover, the windy man. What are those ones that have a pocket and they put their baby in there? Kangaroos. Yes, kangaroo. I want you to fight the kangaroo. Have you ever seen the Mighty Bush? One of the funniest shows ever. Doggo. Oh no, they're not coming this way. Yeah, this joins up with another park called Geese Park or Goose Park in there, which, as you'd imagine, has a lot of geese in it. And there used to be, like, there's a little stretch of the Belubbie that used to be good fishing, but it's all, like, pretty low now. I don't think there's anything in there. Let's see how we go here. Oh, yeah. It's that same material as the boardwalk at Lake Canolis. Oh, this goes in. Does not. Oh, it does in. We'll cast my bait of Italian sausage and bacon on a hook out and see if we catch a silver perch or anything else. Yeah, it's bad when you catch turtles. You have to cut them off. So obviously it's illegal to keep them, and they get a bit aggressive too. So you can't sort of get the hook out of them. But at least we don't have the snapping turtles like in America. Yeah. They can be very dangerous. No. Let's see how this goes. That's a good little pump. Powerful little pump. I was straight in the line. Don't know if that's a snag or what. Nah, a bit of weed. We'll try again.
That was already,
Yeah. A lot of fish you do catch on the drop, especially lures, as the lure just drops down. Yeah, I'd use a lure here, but yeah, like I was saying, it's very rare you get silver perch. Sometimes, especially trawling, but they tend to be they like meat products, fresh baits and stuff. I'll try in the shade, over near the pump. I'm like Shroom, leaning the rod on the railing. We'll do a live poll. Do you want rod A or do you want rod A checked? Or rod A, or rod A. Some ducks. Here you go, little girl. See how this rod's going. There's a little bit of a thing's going over here. That's nice. I should have packed some of those jam jack worms. They would have given us a chance. Oh yeah. Although powerbait usually only does trout. I don't think there's trout in here. Yeah, and usually only rainbows. The exception, they always say the exception is deep water. And we've found that, like very deep bays out at Lake Lyle, you can get browns. But we have caught redfin and carp on them. But it's usually only when they're at the point of like taking bare hooks, like super aggressive. And carp are starting to take things they never used to take. Because we think the thing is, because you're not really meant to put carp back, like other fish warn, like when you put trout or something back, like if you release a fish, they actually warn the other fish and they get smart to the bait, whereas carp, you never really put them back unless you're silly. So they're never going down and warning the other fish. So, could be something. Yeah, so because they're never warning the other fish, they're just seeing it. This is new food that's being thrown in their environment. So they keep seeing this power bait. Oh, well, we maybe can eat that. So they start eating it. Same with cheese and things like that. Things carp never used to take. Like when I was a kid, for years, Dad told me, like, Dad knows he's fishing, that you can't get a carp on a lure. Now it happens all the time. Like fly fishermen are getting carp on flyers. You can get them on cheese, very rarely, but can get them on powerbait. Richie got a really big one that he thought was a good trout on powerbait below to the Wangler Dam wall, like down in the river. No, so very much a bottom feeder, and they like similar to silver perch meat products, but well, they love corn. Corn's one of the best baits for them. And yeah, like I was saying, hemp seed in England, corn and hemp seed and things like that. But I found that's pretty deep under there. Like deeper than expected. It's a lot more full than it was last time I was through here. I was fairly low that time. Try another cast. Lost some of my bait that time. I might bring it in, put more bait on. Not all of it, luckily. I just lost a bit of the bait, flew off when I cast it. Yeah. I know, I think 50 something k's maybe. I know, oh no, yeah, 50 something. I know when you turn out of Carcoar, out of the turn off, which is just down the road, I know it's like 56 to Cowra and 54 to Bathurst or vice versa. It's just almost halfway. So no, Bathurst is from just past my place on the highway to 106, I think the sign says. Using luncheon meat for bait. See how we go. Don't want to do too long a broad stroke across the forehead or the bait will fly off. So let's see how we go. Maybe over here. Let's get nice and gentle. Beautiful. Hopefully we're in with a fighting chance there.